YouTube diecast enthusiasts, what is going on? It's Wednesday night. It's the end of the fifth inning of Game 7 of the World Series. I would love to see the Dodgers lose the game. I'm sure a lot of you are probably fans of the Dodgers. But I'm very anti-Dodger and Yankee. So let's. This is going to be a complete Auto World showcase. There won't be any other brands of diecast displayed in this video. I'm going to start with this relatively recent release of this Chevelle. Awesome car. I would say that Auto World smashed it, did a great job with this casting, but as it turns out, they've done that with every casting they put out. So there's that one there. This is the first time this casting came out here that's more detailed. I'll show you here. You can see here the engine here is just silver. Much more detail in this. And these wheels, to me, these are the nicest wheels Auto World has done. I like these wheels a lot. This was a licensed premium release. It was really early on in the early days of Auto World. Really nice rolling car. Not the best color, but amazing detail, which we've all come to expect from this brand. Really been on an Auto World kick lately, and it just bugs me that their selection is so weak, because I really want this to be my brand, and that's the only thing it's missing. I gotta see some trucks, and I've got to see a couple imports, but I need to see more variety. That's what's really keeping me from going hard at Auto World. So these next 6 cars are going to be the different challengers. This is the latest one I picked up. I think this is maybe my third favorite. I like it in blue. I think it looks good. It really exaggerates the lines of the car, and I think it's a good look. My least favorite, and probably my least favorite Auto World car that they've ever put out, not counting the deluxe cars, is this one here. I just don't like it. But, I mean, it's still a nice looking little casting. These do all have opening hoods too, blue and orange. I didn't show this one. It's actually the same, but no, it's actually exactly the same. It's not the end of the fifth, it's the middle of the fifth, bottom of the fifth with 1 out. 2 runners on, 1-1 count. I was wrong. Anyways, here's one. This was a licensed premium. But as I've said before, the licensed premium, there's no difference in quality of the casting from a licensed premium to a just to a regular premium like this one here. The quality of the castings, the quality of the paint, the wheels, all the details, all of that is going to be identical. The only difference from a premium to a licensed premium is it's just a packaging license. You can see here, these are actually different toolings. You can tell by the tail lights, because these tail lights are part of the molding. They are not a separate piece. But on this guy here, you've got a different back end. All right, these last 3 are probably my top 3. Maybe replace this gold one with the blue one. But here's just a Challenger Rally. Awesome car, really nice wheels. The wheels are not Auto World's strong point. But they do have a lot of potential to get better. But with Auto World, they're also not going for looks, they're going for authenticity. So what they're trying to do is an exact, true to scale replica of the actual car. And there is no brand that does it better. Okay, so these last two are my two favorite. Really doesn't matter which one. Awesome color, awesome graphics. Now this is the RT, I think, is it? Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. That's sharp looking though. I don't know about these wheels. These wheels, as I said, the wheels aren't their strong point. Okay, now I'm going to get into something here I've been wanting to do. I'm not going to showcase my entire Auto World collection. In fact, there's only a total of, I think, 15 cars. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 16 cars. So this would be my favorite Challenger casting that they put out. And it's just got a really aggressive muscle car look. This is the RT here. Nice, aggressive muscle car look. I love the red graphics on the black. Got the silver. Is that a supercharger? Awesome detail. And so this car is kind of a segue into what I wanted to show on this video, because I've been wanting to do this now for a while. I pick up these cars, and every time I pick up an Auto World in black, I'm like, I've got to do a showcase for black Auto World cars. So this is going to be, the rest of the video is going to be all of the Auto World cars that I have in black, which I thought I had a lot more than I do. I really don't have that many. So anyways, here we have the Challenger. And I guess I'll take it least favorite to most favorite. So with that being the case, we'll go with this one here. This was just shown recently in a video of mine. This car was made June 2nd, 2017. This is awesome. I think it's 2015. This is the nicest Mustang they've put out. The nicest late model Mustang. The Mach 1s are the nicest Mustangs they do, in my opinion. But just check out that interior detail. That is just crazy how nice it is. And this is the perfect color. I really like that they're starting to do these lighter colors, because for the longest time, every single one of their interiors was black. And that takes away a lot from the car because they put so much detail in them, but you can't see it. So it's nice to see them doing the lighter color interiors. Another change that was made on this casting is those headlights. You can see here that they are painted and then they run a tampo. Why is my camera not focusing? Come on. There we go. So they paint it and then they run a tampo over the top of it. So it just looks great because it has all the detail. It's got the indicator. And they look nice. They definitely, you can tell right off that they are either painted or tampoed. They don't have that deceiving look like the Greenlight Crown Vic, where it kind of almost looks like a lensed insert. But a really cool 5.0 Mustang. The wheels on this thing are amazing. They actually are really, really, really nice. No flash or any of that stuff. They're just so clean, so detailed, so well done. So that one's really cool. My next least favorite of this bunch would probably be this one here, which is another dope model. Really nice smooth roller. This is a Ford Country Squire. It is black with the red interior. You can see the detail of that bench seat there in the front. Just incredible detail in the interior of these cars, as well as the exterior. Now this is a later release, so you can see the wood paneling, how it has that wood grain look. And the first bunch of releases of this casting, that was all just brown paint. So it's just a solid color brown. Now they give it the Tampo treatment, which gives it a much nicer, much more realistic look. And then the wheels, chrome hubcaps with white wall tires, it just looks so nice. This thing is such a nice smooth roller. So that's another example of Auto World just crushing it. My next least favorite would be this one here. This is where they really start looking good. And this car, I don't know what it is. I haven't been able to find. Let's see. I have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I did find. Maybe I did find all of these in the wild. Anyways, here you go. This is the Max Wedge. Dodge Polara. And you see, with a lot of these black Auto World cars, the interiors are red, which I am okay with because, first of all, it's authentic. But second of all, it pops. It really looks good. Puig just, lined it to the first baseman. Nice job. Got out of it without giving up a run. So anyways, the Max Wedge, it's another awesome casting from Auto World. The Max Wedge is like a souped up version of the Polara. I like the regular Polara as well. Have a few of those. But as you can see, the rear wheels are just black steelies. And then on the front, you have the chrome hubcap. That is not an error. That is how they were. And a lot of these cars, like this one here, and the next car that I'm going to show you, the version A and version B were black and white. So the white one basically looks just like this, except for it's white. I think it even has a red interior, but the wheels are similar in that they're steelies with chrome hubcaps on the front, but not the back, but they are white instead of black. So there's your Dodge Polara Max Wedge. This one here is the other one where the other release is white. This actually, I would say these last 5 are equally as nice, in my opinion. They're all, I don't favor one of them more than the other, or more than any of the others, but this is the Ford Galaxie. This thing is unbelievably sick. I think for me, what it is the wheels and tires. I don't think I've seen these tires on any other Auto World castings, where you can really see the tread, but it's not like an overly aggressive tread like you see with Tomica Limited Vintage sometimes, where they try to give you that fine detail. It comes off as not looking correct. But in this case, you can see the fine detail, and it just looks great. And here's a view from underneath. Lighting is pretty awful. But so the tread is, it's pretty simple. It's not a very intricate tread pattern, but you can see it on the sidewall, which gives the car a really nice side view. These cars look so good on display, and I don't even have a place to display these right now, so I'm going to have to figure that out. But I think my Auto World collection might warrant its own Carney case. That's not to say they're going to take over the Carney case I have, but at some point I think I'm going to get a Carney case to display these in. By the way, for those of you that are watching that collect Auto World that are at some point going to get a Carney case, Champion DJK, make sure when you get it without the dividers, because otherwise a good chunk of these cars will not fit. They're too big, they're too long. So you want to get the one without the dividers. But anyways, that's your Ford Galaxie laying down rubber at the starting line. That one is awesome. And then these last four, you could really take your pick. I'll do this one next. This is another one that was shown in a very recent video. I just found this car last week, and I was ecstatic that I found it, because finding Auto World Roadrunners in the wild, it truly is one of the hardest castings to find in the wild. It doesn't matter if it's a regular release or an ultra red. It doesn't matter if it's a new one or an old one. They are extremely hard to find. So the fact that I found this, I thought I was going to have to go to eBay. I did go to eBay for the blue one, and I was definitely going to get this at some point, and I was hoping to try to get it before it starts climbing in price too much. But the fact that I found it at Walmart, I was ecstatic about that. And the same day I found it, I found the blue Eldorado. So that was a nice day, a nice score. I also found this one and this one that same day, but I hid these two and went back for them, because I don't want to spend $30 that night. So just a little trick for all you collectors: if you don't have the money to get what you want, make sure you hide it. But make sure you hide it well, because I can't tell you how many nice cars I found hidden. And I do look, and I do know where to look, so be careful where you hide it. But awesome car. Roadrunner, 1974. Okay, the last three, we're getting into some of the really, really big stuff. Found this one in the wild. I actually found two of these. Had to send one off to a buddy who wasn't having any luck finding it. And I mean, that's easy to understand. These cars are also very, very hard to find. If you ever find an Auto World Cadillac, you have to buy it. Doesn't matter what color it is. Doesn't matter how many you have. The silver one from the Toys R Us exclusive, I found 4 of those. I bought all 4. And I've had really good luck. I sold one. I traded one. And right now, I found 5 of those. No, I bought one. Where did I buy that one? I think I bought one. I bought one from a buddy in another state, and he sent it to me in a box with some other stuff that we traded. So I bought one, and then I found 4. So I had 5. So I traded one, sold one, and right now I currently have 3 left. I would like to trade one of them for the blue one. But the point is, when you find an Auto World Cadillac, you have to buy it. Because if nothing else, they're great trade bait. And these cars, mark my words, in 20 years, out of all the cars that have come out in this time era of Greenlight and Auto World and Johnny Lightning, the Auto World cars are going to be the most desirable and probably, in my opinion, the most valuable. And part of that is because right now they're the most limited, other than Johnny Lightning. But Auto World's production is significantly lower than what you see with Greenlight. It's half the production in best case scenarios. In most cases, it's like a 4th or a 5th of Greenlight's production. And just as an example, a high production run for Auto World is 2,800 to 3,000. That is a very low production run for Greenlight. Most of their stuff now is 5,000 to 7,000, and the Hollywood stuff is between 10 and 15,000. So Auto World doesn't make nearly the amount of castings that Greenlight makes. And so the supply down the road is not going to be nearly as high, while I think the demand will be pretty high amongst collectors. Now you can see here on this rear wheel, either the tire's not on right or there's some kind of a flaw. Yeah, it's just the tire, no biggie. Easy peasy. Much better. Man, that looks good. Love that car. So that's your Eldorado. Now we're going to take a look at the Coupe de Ville. This is one of 3 Auto World cars that I have where I have duplicates. 2 of the 3 duplicates that I have are Cadillac de Villes. One being the silver Toys R Us exclusive, and the other being this black one. This is actually an example because the second one of these that I have, I found just like 2 months ago at Hobby Lobby, and it was hidden. So I found it in a hiding spot. And it's funny because I was trying to think, am I the one that hid it there? Because it was like a year and a half ago. I might have hid it there. It might have been me that hid it, but I don't remember. I don't care. I bought it even though I had it. I was like, 40% off, it'll go home with me. Even if it wasn't 40% off, it would have. So Cadillac de Ville, another great casting. Now this one here is not your garden variety Auto World car. This is not a car you're going to find at Toys R Us or Hobby Lobby. This is a car that you have to go to the secondary market to get, or to a hobby distributor. And it's another car that I just showcased recently. I just added this to my collection on Friday night, and it's as good as it gets right here. This is the Chevy Kingswood Estate Station Wagon. These cars in real life were so awesome. The tailgate like flipped down. It flipped down, and the glass kind of, it almost opened up like a, it's hard to explain, but yeah, there was a lot of technology in this car for its time. I saw the guys on Gas Monkey, they bought one and flipped it. I have to say, these oil slicks on the racetrack, well, not really oil slicks, it's more of a rubber. They look a lot better on the camera than they do in person. That was kind of interesting doing that little technique, because when you do this, a layout like this and everything is brand new and it looks good and you're like, wow, it looks pretty good, I don't want to wreck it. But then it's like, you don't ever see a starting line that looks like it's never been driven on. So I had to give it the look of being used, and I'm not good at that. I am not good at that at all, especially with model cars and custom Hot Wheels and stuff like that. Weathering stuff and making it look used was never a thing I was very good at. So I think given my skill level, I feel like those came out okay. But anyway, so yeah, this is another awesome car. It's a hobby exclusive. This is the Lead Sled alternate color. So the original Lead Sled is white, and that's based on an actual car. It's also a car that Auto World does in full, not full, but 1 to 18 scale. It's very limited. It's probably a couple $100 if you can find it. But it's white. It says Lead Sled. It has some really nice blue and black and orange graphics. Just a really good looking car. Chrome wheels. And this is basically just the alternate release of that, which has the same sponsor badges, but that's pretty much the only thing about it that's similar. The rest of it is pretty different. But I like what they did. I like how they just left this real sporty looking, but without all the graphics other than the sponsor badges. So, only thing I think I would have done different is I would have left off the chrome lip on the wheels. I would have blacked them out completely. Might have blacked out the windows too, but I don't think we've ever seen that from Auto World, and I don't know that we ever will. The other thing I would have done differently is I would have put these white wall BF Goodrich tires on the white one as well as the black one, because the white one doesn't have these tires on it. So, and these are some awesome tires. These are probably the most realistic looking tires that I've seen from any of these die-cast companies. They look very, very, very authentic. So, anyways, that's Auto World for you. I'll see if I can real quick get some of these laid out to try to get at least somewhat of a street view. And then hopefully, I don't know when I'm going to be able to start the layout for the car dealership. I recently started a second part-time job, so I have a lot less time on my hands for videos and just collecting and die-cast in general. Anyways, slide this out the way. Let's take a look at what we got. Street view. This car right here looks so good. It takes really, really nice pictures. Got the Roadrunner over here. And there you have it. Auto World Showcase, Dodge Challenger, and black. You know what? I wanted to look at this. This car fell off the table the other day and I just left it. My wife picked it up. I would be totally astonished if nothing broke off of it, considering it fell on a tile floor. But that hood don't look right. Nope. Yep, look at that. That's what happens when you drop M2. And when you buy M2 half the time, look at this. Thing barely rolls. Look at the front wheel. Totally locked up. Just garbage. And look at the door. This is just a hunk of crap, man. They just make junk. I wish somebody from M2 would watch this video and all the other videos of people that voice their opinion. You know, the problem is they sell, but they don't sell as much as they think they do. I mean, I can't tell you how many piece of junk M2 cars have been warming shelves and pegs around my town. The only ones that sell are the Auto Japan. In fact, right now I can even find these. These are all over the place now. They're not selling. They're not flying off the shelf, that's for sure. So, I don't know. Maybe collectors are getting fed up with this. I didn't mean to go on this rant, but as I sit here and look at this car, it just makes me mad. That's $6. That's a $6 hunk of crap right there. Look at that door. It sucks because I think they did a really, really nice job getting the body right. I think it's one of the nicest bodies of this, what is it, a 71? I think it's one of the nicer Camaros out there in this scale as far as the design goes, but just the execution of the assembly and the production, it's just so cheap, just so garbage. They have a lot of nerve asking collectors to pay $6 for these pieces of crap. But I guess the thing is M2 collectors typically, you know, I'm a loose collector. I open everything. If there's one collector out there that keeps everything packaged outside of like the RLC Super Treasure Hunt guy, it's the M2 guy. They really don't open anything. So I bet if they did, they'd stop collecting. They'd stop buying this crap. The thing is, you get one of these as a chase car, and it's in the package with the door open and the hood up. You don't know if you open it, you know, this might be what you get. And then you have a loose chase car that the door doesn't shut right and the hood doesn't close right. So you almost have to keep them packaged. I don't know. I hate them too. And Bobby Deer, whatever your name is, you can go ahead and comment how awesome they are and how dumb I am and all that stuff. Go ahead and comment it all you want. You keep wasting your money on these crappy little cars, and I'll keep buying this type of stuff. This is quality right here. This is true quality, so much nice. It's not even a comparison how much nicer Auto World is than M2. Not even close. All right, that's my rant. I didn't mean to spin off like that, but now you guys all know how I feel about M2. If you didn't already, I've been very critical of them on this channel, and I think there's good reason behind it. So it's not just arbitrary. There are many, many reasons, many cars that I have and have had that have brought me to the conclusion that I have that they are crap. All right. You all have a good rest of your Wednesday. There's only 2 more days left. Let's get it done. And let's have a good weekend. And let's get ourselves some more nice diecast. I will holler at the next video.